I've been looking for ages for an emulator that lets me emulate one of my first computers, a Dragon 32, which is a clone of sorts of a Tandy colour computer. So we'll have a look, see how it plays, and see if I can play. A prerequisite of sorts is that you will need to install Wine. If you use the method I used in this video, you could of course try and compile the source, but you may not get very far, it depends. But the Wine for me was the most reliable one. And if we go to the Xroar homepage, where we can see that it tells you that Xroar emulates the Dragon 32 and 64, the Tandy Colour Computers 1, 2 and 3, and the Tandy MC10, and a few other machines. You can download the source code if you want to try and compile it. You've got Debian, Ubuntu, Mac OS X, and Windows, and that's the one that we'll be using. So we'll click on that and download it. It's not a very large file, it'll be downloaded in 2 seconds flat. And just below there it says there's the Git repository if you want to have a look. And it's got quite an extensive manual if you want to check that out as well. It'll go into far more details than I'm going to do in this video, of course. It tells about the operating system, the disk operating system, how to load, which ones to choose. It goes into great detail. And even if you want to start programming for these two wonderful 6, 8 or 9E based machines, it tells you the features, what it emulates, probably what it doesn't emulate, and some of the systems at the bottom. And another great thing is that you can actually check it out online, which is, I think, is fantastic. So there's a little bit of lag, of course, because you're using an online web-based emulator, but it seems to do the trick. And of course, you can do a bit of programming like this. This is my basic programming coming back. FreeBSD rules. Semicolon and 20 go to 10. Hey, and I wonder what'll happen. Run, and there we go. It doesn't get better than that. Watch out, Bill Gates. There you go. And that's if you want to check it out online, and of course you can, if you want, load in some games. But we're going to do it the old-fashioned way and get a version running on his computer locally. And how and where you run it, it kind of matters. Because this is what the entry I've got in my Motif Window Manager menu. And I issue the command wine64, and then I have to emphasize where the exe file is. And they also stipulate the ROM path as well. So without doing that, if you try and execute it, it won't know where the ROMs are, and it can get a little bit confusing, a little bit frustrating. So if you stipulate where the ROM path is, everything should work if you get some ROMs in there to test. Right, so we're going to have a little look around the menu system. The fonts for this Wine seems really small. I'm going to try and make them a bit bigger. But for now, we'll just we'll zoom in. Hopefully you can see the menu entries. Still very small, but we'll try and describe them. You've got File, View, Hardware, Tools and Help. And the hardware will let you emulate the different machines. At the top there you've got Dragon 32, underneath 64, Tano Dragon, Dragon 200E, Tandy Coco. You've got Tandy Coco 2, Tandy Coco 3, Dynacom, Tandy MC10, and Matra Hatchet Alice. I've never heard of that. And so we'll just check out one or two of the machines. I haven't got the ROM files for some of the ones at the bottom, but we'll check out that one. The Dragon 64 looks, in all intents and purposes, like the Dragon 32. The Tano Dragon, again, will look like the first two, because basically it is. The Dragon 200E, there you go. You've got Tandy Coco 1, the PAL version. I like the cursor in that. And, of course, underneath you've got the NTSE version. Then we've got the Coco 2B. if I can get onto the menu, and underneath that we've got the NTSC version. Then we've got Tandy Coco 3. But I don't have 986. But I don't have the PAL version. And this is what will happen if you try and load an emulator without the ROM. And you can see a similar but slightly different variations of that on the ones underneath. And we'll just go back to the Dragon 32. Dragon 32 is perhaps the most compatible. So under the File menu, you've got Run and Load. Run if you want to run a program without waiting, and Load if you just want to load it up, say for instance the basic one. You've got Save Snapshot and Screenshot to PNG, which is quite useful. You've got TV Input if you want to change some of the way it looks. I'm going to try that, I'm just going to leave them. Composite Rendering, again if you want to change how it looks, try and get some authentic interference going on there. TV Controls, if you want to change. It's all about getting as close to as you want if you want to do that. Inverse Text, if you want to make things more readable. Zoom in and out, that's self-explanatory, and full screen. The machine bit we've seen. Cartridge, if you want to change what DOS is used, although some of them do it automatically. Keyboard, if you want to change the layouts. Right joysticks, if you want to change that. Left joystick, if you want to change that. Swap them if you can't be bothered to reconfigure. Soft reset will reset the machine, but without erasing any of the programs that might be running or loaded in. Hard reset will switch the machine off and back on again, so losing anything that you might have loaded in. You got your tools at the top. Keyboard translation, drive control, which if you want to load in multiple disks, kind of useful. You've got tape control, again same kind of thing, and rate limit if you want to slow things down. And there's the about. Copyright 2024, Kieran Anscombe. And a great job he's done too. Right, so we're going to try a game, and I've got 3 in mind I can try. The first one, and I'm just putting into the folder where you can't see. So if I go to Run, and the first one we're going to try is, I forgot what it is now. Oh yeah, we're going to try Bonker by J. Morrison Micros, I think. There we go. It may not win prizes for the best sound effects and graphics, but the Dragon had some really good games. And J. Morrison Micros, they produced some really good games. They were independent from Dragon Data, and I think they were based near Leeds, but I could be wrong on that. Right, so a little bit of a description of what they do and what you need to do. Remove joysticks and any key to start. Right, so it's arrow keys and spacebar. Okay. Every game had a different thing. Right, let's put the name in. I'm going to put RoboNuggie. Alright, okay, it's only 6 characters. Speed 1 to 4. I'm going to try 1. And meanies 1 to 9. I'm going to try 5. Like I say, the graphics are not the best in the world, but the gameplay is what really mattered. It did to me anyway when I was younger. And this is retro gaming, and everything seems quite smooth considering it's running under wine. So I'm just going to dig a hole, and I'm going to trap one of them if it comes near me, hopefully. Oh, that was too easy. There you go. There's one down. And I forgot what control it was. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, it's arrows, isn't it? Right. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully, yeah. I'm going to try going up here. Oop, no, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Oh. Every time I want to go to top, I'm just going to climb up to as high as I can get. There we go. And I'm going to dig a hole there. And dig a hole there. No, maybe not there. There's a little bit of lag, but it's not too bad. I mean, it is wine. I mean, it's running really smoothly under wine, so... and it's perhaps not the most demanding of machines to emulate. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. You see, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try doing this. A hole on either side, and it's typical that none of them are actually coming towards me. You gonna come up? No. No. Okay. Oh, got one. Whee. So that's I could be waiting here all day. Right, so the next game we're going to try is Donkey King, later called The King because of, licensing, by Microdeal. Do I need instructions? Yes. I think we all know the game, don't we, Donkey Kong? Just in case you don't, this is for the any young ones who might be watching or don't know it. Okay. One thing about the text of the dragon, you didn't get lowercase, it inversed the colours. So everything is an uppercase. So everything shouts at you. The screen, the greenness of it shouts at you. The text shouts at you. But I love it. Right, number of players, 1. And is it going to do it? Have we crashed? I'm going to change the keyboard. Yeah, some games will require you map out the keyboard and the joystick. Right, so it's doing it. Okay, let's try this. Go up. And one thing about this hammer, every time it's just it doesn't come near you. It's going to run away. Look, it's going up there now. Okay, I'll go bash these barrels. This game, I spent hours on this game when I was younger. I'd never complete it. I guess I better complete it now either. It's going to run out in a minute. The all's flashing. It's gone now, of course. And let's see if I can get up there. Can I get up? It's going to come down there, isn't it? I'll keep on going. This is good for me. Whee! There's a little bit outline masking of the characters. It's fine. And of course it got me. Okay, we'll have another go. I didn't do too bad. Right, I'm going to leg it again. The graphics on this are not too bad. I like the garish greens and the colours are a bit muted, but I think this is the best version of the game for the dragon. You can either have, I think, out of memory, a high resolution version which is black and white, or a cyan version, cyan and white, which is medium resolution or something like that. And then you got this one which has the most of the colours at perhaps the lowest resolution. I might have got that wrong, but that's how I seem to remember. The cyan version is it makes your eyes bleed more than this. Okay, so that was to jump to then. Oh, come on! Oh, get in there! Look at this! Way up here, fantastic! Right, I got the hammer now. You can't stop. Oh, for goodness sakes! Oh well. I think that's it. I'll give it a good go. I'm not going to do it again because my nerves are absolutely shot. And yeah. But yeah, that's Donkey King for the Dragon 32. I think the one for the Tandy looks the same. It's a fantastic game. Right, so next game is Hunchback by Ocean Software. And this is a game that I used to love in the arcades back in the day. The Dragon version is not too bad, but infinitely harder. I used to do quite alright on the arcade one. If I can work out the controls quickly before I get killed. Right, oh yes, okay. So, jump over these things and grab onto the rope, I think, to rescue Esmeralda. That's that one done. Now, this is like Pitfall, and I couldn't do that either. Nope. Okay, let's try jumping from the edge. No. And one more. No. I'm sure that rope got smaller then. Yeah, well, that's enough of that. You can't do that one either. Okay, that's good. Give me Donkey King. I did better on that. And the final game is another game from J. Morrison Micros, and it's Vultures. And it's like a Space Invader game, kind of, or a Galaxian game. The graphics are fairly simple, as you can see. You just shoot the incoming things, and that's about it, really. And I was really not much good at this one either. But you know, Space Invaders of that particular type is pretty well known, I think. Can we? No, so it's clicking some of them, but not destroying them. So I don't know whether or not that's a part of the game, and I'm dead anyway, so it makes no difference. Alright, that's not too bad. The graphics aren't fantastic, but the gameplay, that's what matters. Right, so that's it. That we'll just show that. I'll keep that out, keep the video from going on too long, and dazzling you with my expert gameplay. But that's Xroar, which emulates the Dragon 32, 64, Tandy Cocos, and a few other things. You can do some programming on it if you want. That's an excellent way to get into programming the 6.809E. And perhaps, I mean, I never did it, but if you want to do a bit of machine code in there, I'm presumably it'll work all right. The games, there's a huge library of games for the Tandy, which I might have a look in future. There's not a massive amount of games for the Dragon. There's a fair amount. And different varying quality, of course. And some serious business ones. I mean, it was picked by the government for a farm fax, which was to help bring the many farmers in the UK into the computing age. And the Dragon 32 was one of the machines picked. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.